I don't think there are much anything else. But like I said, tonight I'm joined by Scott and Steve. Uh,
Hello.
we are going to do. You want to jump into the beer reviews real fast, guys?
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
You go first, Scotty. All right.
Cool.
Dun, da, da, da. Look, your name's right this time too. It's perfect.
All right. All right. So I am going to be reviewing a carton beer tonight. Um, it is the Cafe Churro. It's actually in their line of regular coffee releases, but this they're referring to as an irregular coffee. Um, so anyone that knows carton, I believe I mentioned it on one of the prior reviews. The regular coffee is basically carton's take on a typical New Jersey coffee. Coffee with a little milk and a little sweetness to it. So this year with the irregular coffees, one of them they released is the Cafe Churro, which is basically their regular coffee, and they've added in vanilla and cinnamon for a little sweetness. They refer to it as the regular coffee, and they take a churro and spin it in it. IBU's alcohol, for the most part, are all the same because it's basically the same recipe with just an added 2 ingredients. So let's crack it open.
Now I love carton beers. I know you live real close to it, so you're pretty lucky. Uh, oh, what is bugging me?
All right. Trying to see how to get a better look at that. All right. So as you can see, it's nice, crystal clear. It is actually the base is their Imperial Cream Ale. You can see it has a nice head. To be honest, smelling it for those that have had the regular coffee, it smells very similar, but you get some of the cinnamon. Oh, that's good. Uh, Definitely a dessert beer, I would say. Um, Sitting at 12%, you don't really get much of kind of an alcohol taste to it. It's definitely a smooth beer. The cinnamon comes through. You get a little coffee right on the nose there, up front. Then the vanilla and cinnamon comes through real nice in the end. Not overly sweet, but again, not a beer that you would want to, have with a burger. Definitely something you would have more as a dessert beer. But very good. Again, sitting at 12%, it doesn't taste like a 12% beer. So I would say be careful with this beer.
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. It's one of those things. Yeah, those are. Yeah, I was speaking to someone recently about beers, like light beers like this that had coffee in it, and so someone was telling me, and I'm not sure if you guys knew this, but someone was telling me, and Brew Nation, you probably know this, but they actually do it as a cold ferment, kind of like what we do with our coffee milk stout, Scotty. After fermentation's done, when it's room temperature, it's not hot anymore. They actually add in the coffee beans, the ground up coffee beans. Whereas for our coffee stout, we always did just the coffee beans in one of those sacks. Just throw it in there, no grinding, and for two weeks, and it did well. Which, by the way, we should probably do again soon.
Yeah, I agree.
But it doesn't actually add any color to it. It doesn't add any like that dark roasty color that you see in like when you steep it in hot water, but it adds that coffee flavor and that scent, and so it keeps like the whatever the color is of the IPA or whatever you're adding it in, which I never knew that, and to me that's actually kind of kick ass. It makes me want to try it, to be honest with you. See what we could do. Just experiment. I think that'd be cool. Coffee, beer, and milk. Coffee, beer, and milk. Skeptical. When you come to the United States, we're finding a coffee beer for you. I'm gonna bring you some carton or something like that, Saf. That's in like 2 months.
All the big names are doing it now. I mean, Stone has their mocha IPA. They have their milk coffee stout. I mean, they're all starting to introduce coffee into their line.
Actually, I think that's what TJ reviewed the last show we had. He did the mocha IPA. And he liked it. But coffee beer hype, yes, Ray. If only you could get on a plane, we would give you some coffee beer. They'll send that big boat over for you and get you over to the United States. So, that's
it's like every season he has an issue with one thing that we're trying to review, like pumpkin beer. Now we're into our coffee beers.
You are going to have some beer in your beer, aren't you?
Cocoa in your. What's next? Cocoa in your beer? Dude, there is there's chocolate beer. There's chocolate. Saf, there's a lot of things you need to taste. We're gonna have to go out and drinking. Yeah, that's gonna happen. It's gonna happen at PAX. Which, by the way, guys, just a quick promo. I'm going to in like this year, so it's right there, the icon. So if anybody wants to come drink, I'm gonna be drinking at Harpoon a lot.
Remember, stop at Trillium.
It's right across the street from my hotel. So I'm gonna be doing that. Steve, do you want me to go, or do you want to go next?
You go ahead.
All right, very cool. Yeah. All right, so tonight, guys, I'm actually going to be doing 2 beer reviews, not 4, 2, because to make up for last week, I am a slacker for being sick, so we are going to. I will come and drink. Good, thank you. I do appreciate you coming and drinking. Oh, damn camera! I got to get rid of the rules, and we're bringing up the first one. The first one we're doing tonight. Where's the peppermint and candy cane beer? There are peppermint and candy cane beers. It is absolutely insane. I've had the peppermint one, and I'm not a big fan, actually. Thigh Toaster, thank you for the host. I do appreciate that. Where the hell is my beer opening? So this is Odell's 90 Shilling. It's a brewery out of Fort Collins, Colorado. This is one of their flagship beers that they did, and it was first introduced in 1982. And shillings, you don't know, is a I think English. I guess it's an English coin, British coin. Yeah, it was a shilling was a British coin used from 1594 to 1982, and when they actually opened up the brewery, that's what they named it after. Get toasted. Do you believe that this time is linear? Do I believe this time is linear? Maybe. I don't know. I'm not really too sure what you're trying to say. So
maybe.
Yeah. Oh, Steve. And I'm drinking out of the swashbuckler glass you got me from the. This is the brewery that's at the
Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair.
Yes. All right, so let's open this bad boy up. If I appear a little bit short, it's because my chair is broken. Again.
Huh?
Oh, I can show you a picture of my chair. Yeah, I need a new chair, and I think Anne is. Did I fail? I must have failed. Sick Vic. Sorry. This is actually labeled as Scottish ale. I'm not sure. I guess it's the style, but most Scottish ales I've ever had have been like extremely high alcohol. This only comes in about 5.3%. I've had this a lot. This is one of my favorite breweries in Colorado. My in-laws live right down the street from this, so whenever I get out to Colorado, except for this past Christmas, I wasn't able to get there. This is a very malty, very caramel note on its head. It doesn't have a lot of head to it, but this thing has an epic amount of flavor to it. And it's not necessarily sessionable, because a sessionable beer is below 5%. Anything about below 5%. That's stronger than most average beers. Not over here now, Seth. Jesus Christ, you have a lot to learn when you come over here. This is going to be a long night when you come. It's going to be a long night. Like I said, this is one of my my favorite beers that they create. Whenever I'm actually able to bring some home, which is very rare, I ship it home either by flying it, smuggling it on a plane, or my in-laws drive it out from Colorado. But it is one of my favorite beers. You can see that the color itself is a nice kind of like, I'd say caramel color, I would think, right? It's smooth. It's got a little bit of fizz to it, but you know, again, it's got a very. It's just very, very malty. That's what it is, and that's what I kind of like about it. It's not overpowering. It's not it's not gonna knock you on your ass like most Scotch ales do, but it's just one of those beers that you just kind of want to sit back with a 6-pack in front of a fire and just kind of drink, and that's what I really wish I was doing if it wasn't really fucking cold out today, you know. But it would be cool because I got the fire pit outside.
It's actually warm relatively though, relative to yesterday.
What was it like 2 degrees or something like that the other night? And I'm not gonna go out in that. You're crazy. This is not sold on the East Coast. I cannot get this. The furthest they go is, I think, not Ohio, but I think Illinois is the furthest they go. So, like I said, whenever I get a chance to get this is the first brewery I go to. There's a lot of options in Fort Collins, but this is hand down one of my favorite breweries in the world, and that's saying a lot. That and Alaskan Brewing Company, at least in the United States. I got other ones outside of it. But yeah, it's just very smooth. It's a very smooth, malty beverage. It's not overpowering. It's not oversweet. It's just, there's nothing more I can say about it except for enjoyable.
Inconceivable!
Hetty Johnner, how are you? Thank you for the follow. Do appreciate it. I haven't really come up with a real name for the followers, so welcome to the Hooligans. That's what I've been going with. I don't know. We can figure it out as we go. Yeah. So it's a great beer. If you've never had it, if you're out in Colorado, it's everywhere. Like I said, you can find it in Illinois. I think that's the furthest they go. And I think they actually go to California, but they don't go all the way to the East Coast yet, which to me is very disappointing.
Give it time. It'll be here.
Give it time. I keep pitching to Alaska that they should be sending their stuff out to us as well. In Norway, all beers that are over 4.7% cannot be sold in normal stores. So you go to the, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that, Seth, but what is that?
Vinmonopolet.
Vinmonopolet, where you can buy strong beers, wine, and booze. Oh. I really want to get to Norway. Emma's talking about this recently. She was like, we need to get out. We want to go to Norway. She wants to go to Iceland, which, by the way, that's the second beer I'll be interviewing. It's a good day so far. We'll be reviewing tonight.
Norway and, where was the other one? Iceland? Norway and Iceland, you say?
Norway, Iceland, Sweden. She wants to go at all, so, you know.
They have very pretty ladies over there.
Iceland?
And Norway.
Yeah. Oh, you got a cat in your lap, Scotty.
It's what happens when you're in the warehouse.
Okay. So here's the second beer we're going to be reviewing. We're going to be doing this one not right now. That would be excessive. And I want to enjoy my beer, which is already halfway done. But once we're done talking about some stuff tonight, our topics, I will be doing the, right before we do trivia, I'll be doing the Icelandic Toasted Porter, which is absolutely fucking fabulous, by the way.
All right.
So, all right, Steve, you ready to roll?
Well, yeah, sure.
All right.
I'm definitely ready to go.
Here we go.
Been waiting for you to turn it over to me, man.
You know, I just talk forever. It happens.
That's all right. Well, I would consider this a little bit more of a standby compared to the exotic flavors that you guys went for today, but Going with a good California brewery that I'm a big fan of, Firestone Walker,
Mm.
Central California, Paso Robles, California, I think is where they're from, and I've got a nice, tasty, cool bottle of Double Jack, which is their imperial or double version of their popular IPA, the Union Jack. So I thought that might be a good one for this evening. Yeah, 9.5%. So it should fit nicely in a Firestone glass. So I went to my pint box of pint glasses and actually found a an appropriate glass to put it in. And
Did you visit them when you were out on the West Coast?
I did not. I totally blew the entire trip to California. I was in San Diego, so I would have been close to a whole bunch of really great breweries, and I would love to have done a remote segment, but the timing didn't work out. So I totally wimped out on everything in California and San Diego. I did manage to get a custom brew made for a bar that's in San Diego that some of you might have seen in a motion picture somewhere along the way. Since the '80s, there was this little fighter airplane show called Top Gun that Tom Cruise was in, and I managed to go to the bar that's actually called Kansas City Barbecue. I don't know why they just refer to it as the Top Gun bar now, and that's where the scene was that was filmed in Top Gun. So I got to that bar, which is about a quarter mile down the street from the hotel, and that's about as far as I got. So anyway, Firestone Walker is my choice for tonight, and this is a double IPA, and I've already got plenty of experience with Double Jack, so I am anticipating this to not suck for so many reasons, because Firestone Walker makes a lot of really great beer, and I've had Double Jack before too. So this one's obviously a nice real gold color. Got a lot of good fizz to it, and a nice white head to the top. So cheers, double IPA time, your Imperial IPA time here. Nothing like a good double IPA after 8 p.m. before I go to bed. Did 9.5%, and of course I only have a giant bottle, so I'm gonna have drinking until the bottle is gone.
Like every time you review, you manage to find an extra large bottle.
I don't know why that happens.
It's just a good nightcap. That's what it is. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Just great floral. Really good citrusy hops here. Let me read off from the Firestone Walker website. They essentially say we've amped up our signature Union Jack IPA to create an aggressively hopped, indeed, flawlessly balanced and dangerously drinkable Imperial IPA, and it really is. It's just a really great flavor, a really great aroma to it. Says Double Jack opens up with a bright grapefruit and tangerine American hop aromas, courtesy of the liberal dry hopping with Amarillo, Cascade, Centennial, and Simcoe hops. So it is double hopped. It's way deep in the hops. Undertones of stone fruit are revealed on the first sip, followed by essence of blue basil and pine. I get a little bit of the pine in the back end too. Sturdy pale and crystal malt backbone brings balance to high hop intensity. Great marketing department at Firestone Walker as well. But really good ingredients, and I've never had a Firestone Walker that I didn't like. So this is definitely a standby. On Beer Advocate, this has got a 95 rating, so it's an outstanding rating, and I believe it. I really enjoy this one. So cheers. Yeah, here's a really good solid, and yeah, really does a great job.
Nice. So I don't think I've ever had their double IPA. I've had some of their other stuff. I actually just had their Velvet Merlin, which is really good.
Yeah.
But I haven't had the Double Jack.
Double Jack.
I'll try and pick that up.
Definitely, yeah, very tasty brew. Highly recommended.
Yeah, they do some fantastic stuff. You can't go wrong with that, man. I mean, I can't think of like one of my favorite ones out there, but they just produce so many different interesting beers. I can't even think of the other ones they do. I mean, Double Jack is the one I do, and then the regular Firestone Walker IPA. I think that's the one I had the most, but you know, it's definitely good. Let's see here. I've never had a double IPA. Man, Seth, we have a lot to correct. Tons of things to correct.
So once you have
thank you, Seth.
Once you have a double IPA, Carton, their small batch they just put out today is a triple IPA.
Ooh.
Big bottles?
No, cans.
Sorry.
all their stuff in cans.
Yep.
Well,
I still like. I do like that.
Isn't Pliny the Elder a triple IPA?
I believe so.
All right, and then Pliny
we'll
the
find
Younger.
out January 28th.
Yeah, Younger is a double, and Pliny the Elder I think is the triple.
It's a quad IPA. That's and I don't know. It probably is common knowledge. I don't know, but apparently they will have Pliny the Elder at Russian River. Super fucking excited, you know.
Nice.
So, going to be drinking from a land until the plane takes off. Nice.